Good evening. Welcome to the Celtic Way evening. I say it's a briefing, but it's a Celtic Way reacting to the two press conferences today. Brendan Rodgers and Tony Ralston were put up, Ryan, first and foremost. So we say, first and foremost, we'll say thank you to MPH Group for all your plumbing, heating, kitchen and bathroom needs in the Navien Boiler Promotion. Check out the links to their social media sites in the description of this video. Ryan, how are you, sir? Long time no speak. At least a lot. That's 8 hours, maybe something like that. I don't know.
7-8 hours. Yeah, we've been speaking throughout the day. We do speak to each other out with the briefings, guys. Don't worry about that. But yeah, been on this morning, on this evening, going to talk about Brendan Rodgers and Tony Ralston's press conferences today. I don't know about you. I quite enjoyed both of them for different reasons. One was quite bullish.
I enjoyed Brendan's. He's just taking bodies now, isn't he? He's not caring. He genuinely said that. I don't care. Which I quite, as someone pointed out in social media, it was a politest kind of knock back to a question ever, wasn't it? I don't care.
Yeah.
That was in response to,
I don't know.
He was asked about the narrative.
I don't know if it's on your side.
Sorry.
Tony, I don't know if it's on your side, but I've got really bad internet connection for whatever reason here. Hopefully it might have just figured itself out there, but sorry if there was any buffering. I'd maybe go on with what you were saying beforehand there, because you might have cut off. Don't know if it was me or you, but maybe just to be sure.
Yeah, well, we're talking about bullish Brendan Rodgers, the siege mentality thing. It reared its head again today, didn't it? Brendan brought the narrative word up last week after the win against St Mirren. The narrative question was asked. I'd asked him about that narrative at St Mirren. Kind of said, alluded to it a bit, and then he was asked about it again today. You know, questions like, do you think you've blown a 7-point lead at the top, and what is the narrative that you're alluding to? And he bit again, didn't he? He just sort of decided, nope, I'm not taking any prisoners. I'm going to tell you what I think. And yeah, he was. I enjoyed him again today. I'm liking this Brendan Rodgers. This kind of. I'm hoping that's transmitting to the players. A bit of attitude behind it as well, you know.
Yeah, it's that box office Brendan that we've been speaking about. To be honest, I wanted to see this fire from him. Didn't really recognise the Brendan Rodgers that was at the start of the season. You know, this new and improved, but I would say it's unimproved, because I like it when Brendan Rodgers is firing. He shows some passion in his press conferences, both pre and post match. Shows that he cares, and it shows that he's locked in for the season ahead. He needs to be locked in because Celtic are very much in a title race at this moment in time. I like it. I think it will reinvigorate the players and it will reinvigorate the support. They know that the manager at the helm is up for this battle that's going to be. It's a 13-game season now, as we've been speaking about, from now until the end of the season. You know, there'll be Scottish Cup games in the middle as well, so you've got to win those games. But Brendan, I liked the comment that he was talking about how it's only one side that can be on the up. Whereas in Liverpool, when he was at Liverpool, both sides could very well be up and both teams would be praised. It's yin and yang. There's got to be, you know, if both teams are up, then both teams have got to be talking about it. There can't be one negative and one positive. And I'm quite happy that Brendan Rodgers was speaking about that today. I like it. I like the passion. I know you do too. And I think it sets up quite nicely for the game tomorrow, to be honest.
Very much so. Love that, Brendan Rodgers. And I've written a thing that's going out tonight, isn't it? Later on tonight. And Ryan's written about Tony Ralston. So we've written spreads on the website. They'll be going out at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock tonight, respectively. So
8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Yeah, I did change them. I was going to put them out earlier, but the predicted lineups is just out actually just now. So it's better to stagger them. So we've got a good stream of content coming.
Yeah, so that's 6 o'clock for the predicted lineups, which is already up. 8 o'clock, Ryan's piece going up on Tony Ralston's appearing in front of the press today, and 10 o'clock, myself on Brendan Rodgers talking today with the kind of dial in for narrative, Ryan, which was the kind of headline was put on it. So yeah, I thought Brendan was excellent today again. You know, he's dealt with things admirably recently, Ryan, and you know there was an improvement in the performance of the team on Sunday because he tweaked his system, and and I'm hoping they come out the traps again quickly tomorrow, and that system is adopted as well, the same system, Ryan. I don't know. I've not seen your predicted 11, but I don't know if we've got the same team or gone for the same team.
I think they're very similar. I was just tweeting or Facebooking out that because it's just went live on the website. We need to get those views in. Know what I mean? I went with Ida up front as that focal point, with Kyogo just playing as the deepest or the furthest forward midfielder. Put Palma and Maeda on each respective wing. I think we've basically got the same team. We both put Taylor back in the team for the lineup.
Check. Well, that's what I've done as well. So
yeah,
it's the same team, isn't it?
We need to see this. Need to see that same formation as well. I think the formation is just as important. Although it is a 4-3-3, you've got Kyogo playing as a second striker who can both come in deep and go forward when required. I think having that extra firepower and that focal point up front and Ida to sort of to keep those defenders busy while Kyogo's just roaming about the pitch is very, very important. But we know for sure that Alistair Johnson won't be in the team, thanks to Brendan Rodgers' comments. Tony Ralston was talking about Alistair Johnson, saying that there's a good bond between the two right backs. So that's good to hear that the dressing room's united. There isn't any rivalries. There's only maybe a friendly rivalry between the two of them because they play in the same area. But yeah, all the signals sound good from both the player and the manager today.
I tell you what, spoke very well about as well, and it was the subject of Leila Abada. Thought Brendan Rodgers was excellent on Leila Abada, and admitting that he might leave the club or he might go out on loan, but on a compassionate and human side, he was looking after Leila Abada, and that's all you can ask for. He was asked about that, if he'd had dealings with things like this before, and he said, yeah, they're not in any manual, but on a human side, he was looking after the player, and that's all you can ask from. That's all you can ask of from your manager, your club manager. And I thought he negotiated that difficult questions and terrain very, very well, Ryan.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything that he said. It is a difficult situation for the player to be in at the moment. Be very interesting to see where he does go, if he does go anytime soon. I wonder if there'll be MLS teams that are looking at Abada for a potential 6 months loan. I could only think about the damage that Leila Abada could do in that league for sure. He could be a real star over there, a young player going over there and making an impact for himself. You just want what's best for his career. It's a difficult situation to be in, but at the same time, there seems to be a stalemate between the player and some sections of the support. It's not going to change. It's a difficult situation for the player to be involved with. You don't want to go too much into politics, but I don't see much changing. And if he's not in the right mindset to play, then he can't be in the team. The team only goes so far before you're like, you can't have this affecting first team matters. I know his family's so important, but if you're having a player that isn't 100% locked in, then it's not helping the club.
I've mentioned this before, Ryan, and I love the way Brendan Rodgers skillfully manoeuvres it back round to talking about football and saying this guy's not in the right headspace. I've got a duty of care to him as a person and his family and all that kind of stuff, but I've got a duty to the team as well, and I can't have a player who, is not invested in it at this minute, and so he's out the team for those reasons until either there's a parting of the ways, either a loan deal or a permanent deal, possibly the MLS, as you've said there. But I like the way Brendan Rodgers handled that today. Told you about the humane side and the compassionate side of both the player and him, and also the football side, saying can't have a player because basically there's a title to win.
See what you want.
He separated the two issues.
See what you want about his management this season, but he's elite at that, at the man management and the media.
I've said that. That's why we both believe he's an elite level manager, because it's these kind of things that he does out with his own job of running the football club, the football side of everything. But he's adept at dealing with these kind of things, and he has a way with people, and he has a way of communicating. He gets his message across, and that's why, and I'll argue the toss with anyone, that's why I believe that Celtic have the best man in the job and an elite level manager. That's my thoughts. I speak for myself. I've always said that, but that's the way I feel about him. And I was I was smiling today when I watched that press conference. I've got to be honest. Take a few comments. 136 people joining us live, guys. Friday night. Excellent. Thank you so much. Well done, Brendan. Get them told, says Smell the Glove. And Paulie Pittman coming in. Great words he said about Leila Abada. Brilliant for the manager. Great to see the fire in his belly. Evening, guys. Good evening to you, Paulie, as well. Hope you're well. Mikey boy, hail, hail, gents. Thought Ralston was excellent. Answer with a class. I'm just a fan, lucky enough to play for Celtic. The Bricky did that. He did indeed. Rodgers did okay, I thought, although maybe another dig at the one loss is a disaster. And Tam Maxine also confirmed, Ralston also confirmed the dressing atmosphere is sound by him. And Paul Mullins, evening lads. Yep, that was a good press conference today. I'm only seeing it now, but it's time for every Celtic support to get behind the team and the manager. And Hazel Finn, regular contributor. Hazel, thank you so much. Well said, Brendan Rodgers. Been looking for that effect for ages. Time to get behind the team, one and all. I think there's a kind of rallying cry of unity here, Ryan, for the next 13 games. Silence the doubters and make tomorrow a convincing win, says Pablo 67. And Smell the Glove agreeing with you, Ryan, that MLS could be the best place for Abada. And Stephen Loudon coming in and says he needs to go and play football and be happy again. Yeah, big part of that. He needs to be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry if you could hear any background noise. I believe that these microphones are really, really sensitive. So if you could hear any background noise, I do apologise. But
temperamental, Ryan. There's 50% temper and 50% mental. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Good to hear from Ralston today and his comments about being a Celtic supporter. And how he deals with being a Celtic fan as well as a Celtic player. He puts that to one side and then and does what he does on the pitch. And also I like the comments that I think it was Mark Benstead was asking about how he deals with maybe his pals message him after bad results, and he says that doesn't happen too often. I'm not used to doing that because it doesn't happen too often. There has been a couple of up and down results this season, but at least he's got that confidence and that fire in his belly. For a guy to be as passionate as he is, considering the fact that he's not really playing that many games when Johnston's fit and firing, he's definitely a good guy to have around the dressing room. Signed his new deal not so long ago, so he'll be here for the foreseeable future. And yeah, he's a good player to have in the dressing room, and he certainly understands the assignment, which is what I always say. Yeah,
without a doubt, and he has understood the assignment since he came in with, due to Alistair Johnston's injury. So, and Brendan Rodgers said next week to 10 days, didn't he? But they'll assess it and monitor it from there. Mark McQueen coming in and said elite level manager with a mediocre board. Well, that's fair enough. That's another one as well. Yep. So there you have it. But yeah, I say I enjoyed both guys today. It's not often you can say that you enjoy press conference stuff because sometimes it can be mundane. But I thought both of them spoke really, really well today, Ryan.
Yep, both did. Both were really confident and, they were sincere and thorough with what they were saying. Brendan Rodgers clearly believes in the human side of football as well, saying that families are more important than football at the end of the day. Nothing comes close to family. You've seen that real human element coming out from Brendan Rodgers, which is always good to see. You've also seen the camaraderie between the players, the fact that they all help each other when maybe they're talking about the fact that Cal McGregor installs confidence into players and he plays that captain's role, but he's not the only one that puts that confidence in players, and I believe that Tony Ralston probably does the same to players too. We've seen that relationship between himself and Kyogo. Yes, there's a bit of a language barrier between the two, but they seem to have a connection when they're on the field and when they're celebrating goals. So yeah, a happy camp is good. Shame about Abada and the way that things are going. He's not in the right mind space or the right mindset to play in tomorrow's game, but you're hoping that a solution can get found quickly, whether that be him leaving the club for pastures new, or he can get his mind sorted and get back to doing what he does best, which is contributing for the team.
Kaiser's coming in, Ryan. The Bricky understands the foundations of the club. Yeah, we play on words there, eh?
Yep, absolutely.
Like when Paul coming in and said, Tony Ralston, all heart and class, hail, hail. And Francis Lester challenging in on me. Come on, boys, as Tony says, let's have the rip-roaring, free-scoring, never-boring Celtic tomorrow. I would settle for that. That would be great. And Paulie Pittman coming in saying, do you guys think that Celtic should stick with Kyogo and Ida from the get-go now? She's a new subscriber. Hail, hail. Yeah, I do. I like that last week, Paulie, and I hope he does, and he continues with that tomorrow and see if it bears fruit. That's my thoughts on that, Ryan. I'm happy with that. Did you go with it?
Yeah, go with the two as a sort of 4-3-3 with Kyogo just behind Ida. Let's see what we've never seen them in a home game before. This will be Adam Ida's first home game. You know, it's all been away games for Ida so far. So looking forward to seeing him get the applause of the crowd, feeling that atmosphere, and hopefully he can score his first goal from open play in that game against Kilmarnock tomorrow. Because if he does, then he'll be on 3 goals and 3 goals and an assist in his first 3 games. That'll be pretty good going. First 4 games.
He'll raise the roof if he does as well. No doubt. Get that cheer from the home crowd. Nothing better than that. Thought Ralston spoke well today, says Hazel. Calmed down the whole situation. He certainly did. And Pablo67 saying Brendan has a fire in the belly. We've been noticing that since last Sunday when myself and Ryan sat in front of him. We had a bit of fire in the belly. And we're all for that, Ryan. We're here for that, aren't we? We're here for that.
Absolutely. The fire shows passion, and it shows that he cares about the current plight of the situation that they're in, although he wants to downplay the situation as well, which is he's well within his rights to do so. But it's a very tight league. Celtic need to get the better of Rangers in this league in order to get the riches that the Champions League will promise the club. In order to do that, they've just got to be the better team over the next 13 or so games. If they can do that, they'll be back in the Champions League, and I think everybody will be singing from the same hymn sheet. There'll be long-term questions as to what will happen to the club with certain elements of the recruitment and the scouting, I would say. But 13 games, siege mentality is activated. Let's see if they can do it.
Correct. 160 people joining us. Thank you, guys. We know you're busy people and it's a Friday night and all that. But yeah, Blake Owen coming in saying Kelly are a very physical team at the moment, so expects them to test the Celtic defence tomorrow. I expect them to, but I fully expect Celtic to test their defence as well. And Jim Forrest coming in saying, come on, the Hoops 3-0. He says, Ryan, we did say that this would be a quick one as we pulled over the press conference stuff. We've got articles coming out at 8 o'clock tonight and 10 o'clock tonight. Ryan talking about the Bricky, Tony Ralston, myself talking about Brendan Rodgers' questions and answers today. So check out them on the website. As we always ask you to subscribe, £4 for 4 months or £18 for a year. www.celticway.co.uk/subscribe. Hit the button, guys, and also subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Hit that button. You'll get notifications when we go live. We say thank you to MPH Group for your plumbing, heating, kitchen and bathroom needs in the Navien Boiler Promotion. Check them out. You'll see that links to all their social media sites on the link to this or the description of this video. But thank you for joining us. Short and sweet, Ryan. It's been a long day. It's been a long week.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're looking forward to getting back to it tomorrow afternoon. First game at Celtic Park since Ross County, I believe. So, yeah, yes. It's been a wee while since Celtic have played, but looking forward to being back. We'll be there with the pre- and post-match for that game.
We'll be back tomorrow, pre- and post-match, guys. Celtic, Kilmarnock. Celtic, Kilmarnock won, don't they, Ryan?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. Let's see if Celtic can bring their A game and get a couple of goals past Kilmarnock. But a win's a win at the end of the day. You know, the win is the most important thing. Let's see what they can do at Celtic Park tomorrow afternoon.
Great job as usual, said Ted Trainer. Thank you very much, Ted. Great as always, guys. Thanks again. You have to check your emails when you get a second round. That's from Josh. So there you go. Good night and God bless, says Pablo. And Marky saying he hopes the pitch is better. Guys, thank you for your company all week. We'll see you tomorrow, pre- and post-match. We're away to have a lie down, aren't we, Ryan? Or maybe something to eat. I don't know what your Friday night consists of.
But both.
Both, indeed. Love it. Nice one. Thank you for your contribution all week. Stellar as always. Look forward to it tomorrow. Game day. It's always better on game day, isn't it? Guys, take care. Have a great night. As Mikey Boy says, indeed, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow, and look out for those articles coming on the website, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and the predicted 11s is already up. You want to have a look at that. Take it easy. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all again tomorrow.
Cheers, guys.